Alright, I'm going to show you how to add a blog post to the site. Currently we have 3 up right now on the blog site. So I am just going to duplicate this tab, keep one of these up as the main one, as the front end, and then from this one I'm going to go back to the dashboard. And all blog posts live in the post section. So I'm going to click on posts. And here you'll see all 3 that are currently published on the website. If we want to add a new one, we can do it one of 2 ways. One of the ways is just to simply click Add New. The other way is to duplicate one of the existing blog posts. The reason why you might want to duplicate it is just to make sure that they're all consistent, they have the same formatting, really make sure that you can't mess it up. But you can add new as well. So here we'll just do add new. And you're starting from scratch here. So enter the title. This is the title. And it will generate a link. There it is. Currently it's uncategorized. But I think typically you're going to want to categorize them. Just 1, to help for the user experience, and 2, to kind of clean up this URL. We don't want that to say uncategorized. I'd rather put a keyword in there. So if I scroll down, you'll see the categories are over to the right side. I just put random ones in. I don't know what type of categories you guys will need depending on what you write about, but you can always add a new one, or you can delete this if you want. Let's say this new blog post doesn't fall into any of these categories. We'll do add a new category, and we will say that this is a new category. Add new category. Okay, and there it is. Now it's assigned to the blog post. And then from here, this is where you'll just add your text. So these are all of the elements that the theme gives us. Most of them you won't even touch. I wouldn't be too overwhelmed with this. If you really want to play with it, you can. There's Google Maps. They have different designs, different elements. So the service box will give you something different. It's kind of cool. If you have a lot of time, play with it, but otherwise, not a big deal. So the thing that I'm going to add now is the text image block. So I just clicked on it, and now it appears in here. And then this is just simply where I add the blog post text. Okay, we'll say that's complete. And continue scrolling down. These are just little things that you can make edits to with the site. For these blog posts, you won't need to touch it unless you really want to. But we'll kind of pass that for now. Every blog post needs a featured image. So along with the category, every blog post needs this. So let's set a featured image. And again, this will take you to your media library. You can either upload files from your computer, or you can choose from your existing uploaded files. So we'll just say we want this as our featured image. You'll see it appear. And we will publish it. I'll delete this right away, but I just want to show you what it looks like. So now it's published, and you see the link changed. It now says new category instead of uncategorized, just because I assigned it to a new category. And from here, we'll go to, you can look at it from a few different ways. Since we're in the back end of it, we can either view this post, which will take us directly to here, or you can refresh this front end. So I just did a refresh, and you'll see it appear right here. This is the title. So depending on how you want this to lay out, it kind of has it's called a masonry grid, and it's that new design where the images are all different sizes, and they kind of, once you get enough blog posts in here, they kind of form fit to each other. It looks really cool once you have a lot in there. So um, really, it doesn't matter what size you make the images. It actually could be cooler if you make them all different sizes. So it kind of looks like a puzzle piece once you get a bunch of them in here. Um, Totally up to you. If you want to make them all the same size, you'll just go into these blog posts and see what size this image is. But we'll look at this, and there you have it. You have the image, you have the title, the date, and the blog post itself. That is pretty much it. I'm going to delete this, and I'll show you how to delete it really quickly. So since we're on the front end, I'm just going to go to Edit Post, and we're back in it on the back end. So if I don't like this anymore, I am simply just going to click Move to Trash. And now it is in the trash. If you accidentally delete something that you don't want to, you can always retrieve it back from the trash in here. You can restore it. I think it's normally like after 30 days or so, this automatically cleans itself out, so you won't be able to restore it after 30 days. But if it's just something you quickly accidentally delete, restore it, and it'll go back to your blog post. For that new category that we created, I'm just going to keep it clean, and I'm going to delete that right now as well. So I go under the post section, I click categories, and I'm able to see all the categories. I can edit them, and I'm going to delete this new category, because I'm assuming you won't use it ever again. You can add the categories through here if you like. Otherwise, you can do it back through the front end of the post that I showed you earlier by simply clicking this button, Add a New Category. I believe that's it for posts. Again, they just live under the blog post. You can either add new or duplicate and go from there. And then just make sure that you always double check it on the front end of the site. So I deleted it, so it should no longer be there. Okay, we're good. We only have 3.